Hi, I'm Chris Maley, Vice President of Operations and the Training and Education Coordinator with Property Panorama. Today, we are going to be discussing a bit of a hot button topic, and that's AI in the real estate industry. Now, there's a lot of buzz surrounding AI and its use, especially in real estate. So it's a topic that I've been wanting to tackle for some time. But before we can go over its use in real estate, first we need to know what AI really is. There's a lot of technical jargon behind it all, but what it comes down to is it is a technology that enables machines to perform tasks that typically require human intelligence or interaction. There's many different models of AI out there, from machine learning, which happens in many ways, including submitting your own emails and writing samples to your AI for it to learn your voice and writing style, natural language processing, which can provide a full document, presentation, or even something as small as an email when given specific prompts. And then computer vision, which is what allows AI to create and edit images for you. AI is ultimately designed to help analyze data, identify patterns, and automate portions of your workflow. Now, from my seat, I hear agents daily saying that AI just isn't for them. But in the same breath, I also hear those same agents talking about their lack of time to accomplish certain tasks in their day to day lives. Truth be told, these are the agents that could greatly benefit by implementing AI usage into their daily routine. Because as you all know, at the end of the day, the more people you're able to reach, the larger your sphere becomes, and the more relationships you can build, which is half the equation in real estate. But this takes time. For this reason, using AI to help manage your marketing, communication, and keeping track of your workflow is a great way to get started. Eventually, once it's trained, it can send you reminders, draft follow up messages, and enhance not only your day to day experience, but that of your consumers and clients as well. The first thing I want you to remember is AI could never take the place of an agent, but it can be a great support system. AI still requires your interaction, as do your clients. That's why using AI to reclaim some of your time can allow you to focus on client and relationship building. The human element of real estate. As I've already said, reclaiming time is obviously the ultimate goal, and it's a huge win because one thing you can never create more of is time. But what if I told you that AI can also assist you in improving your marketing performance by analyzing marketing practices within your market? Yes, hyper local within your market. And then giving you an inside look as to best practices to get the most views on your listings, or what hashtags to include on your social media posts to get more eyes on your posts. AI can even manage items like your CRM if your CRM it does have a built-in AI or an integration for it. This can lead to automated personalized communication with clients, such as sending out a report of the number of times a property has been viewed through the various portals. It can even crunch those numbers and provide you with insights, analytics, and statistics for the listing performance. Now, these are just a few examples of use cases for AI in real estate at what I would call the entry level or the ground level. Prompting AI to help you write a descriptive MLS compliant listing description can add a little pizzazz to your listings. You can have it help write your social media posts. It doesn't matter if it's for a listing, an informative post for your followers, or whatever other types of posts you place on your page. With minimal prompting after it learns how to write in your voice, you have nearly endless content available to you right at your fingertips. Likewise, with email marketing, follow ups, and even assist you with your advertising. Now, here at Property Panorama, our Intensify campaigns do this already. by analyzing consumer behavior and ensuring that the ads that are placed through our system are getting displayed in front of consumers that are actively searching for real estate. Speaking of analysis, another great way to use AI is to have it help with some of the local analysis, such as pricing trends, looking for comps, and even forecasting market shifts. And this is going to be based on current and past trends because it does have all of that data available to it right through the internet. Now, here's one thing that I always want to say: there are risks, there are limitations. It is not a fully functioning human brain. So you always, always, always want to review any AI generated content that you create because the accuracy is always going to depend on the data quality. So whatever source it's getting pulled from, I've seen, when Google gives you the AI summary of a search, I've seen that be wrong before. So you want to make sure that you are checking the data quality of what is being generated for you. There's also potential for generic or incorrect output. The way to resolve this is to make sure that you are training your AI many different ways. First and foremost is you want to make sure that you're training it about MLS compliance. And that way, when you do a listing description or if you're doing your marketing, it's going to output things that are MLS compliant. Another thing that you can do is upload a large body of samples. That large body of samples will help smooth that process out because AI can be finicky, especially when you're first training it. So uploading past emails, text messages, phone transcripts, if you have them, it will help it really learn not only MLS compliance, but how to really speak in your voice. It'll give it that training of knowing how to write like you, how to use uh specific words that you may use on a regular basis, stuff like that. But at this point, this is where I get to boast a little bit about things that Property Panorama is currently working on and is looking to have available here, I would say within the next month. Our developers are currently putting the finishing touches on an AI tool that can enhance and edit your photos directly within your Property Panorama account. These edits range anywhere from clearing the sky of clouds, transforming an image from daytime to twilight, even greening the grass. It can also take images and enhance them to give the best possible appearance through color correction, white balance, and a few other tools that the AI runs in the background. You can also prompt it to either virtually stage a room or even clear a room of furniture if you want to allow consumers to see the room as a blank slate. So you're the first people getting to see this. So again, very proud of this. So as you can see here, this is just a sample that I ran through the AI just this morning. As you can see, it's a front view of a property, mostly clear sky. I wanted to make it a twilight version, and here's the result. It has completely reworked the sky. It even turned on the lights in the house as well as the exterior lights. This took maybe 10 to 15 seconds to generate. So it works pretty quickly in the back end. Another sample is this living room and kitchen here. Just to see the extent of what this tool could do, I asked it to change the floor from hardwood to carpet and to paint the walls that I circled using the draw tool. You can see the draw tool there on the right hand side. And I told it to paint those walls blue. Here was the result. I was really impressed with the fact that not only did it add carpet, it added freshly cleaned carpet. But while we were working on this tool, uh, there's a few more elements that our developers are still working on to have it ready. Uh, but I do want to invite you to follow our blog at blog.propertypanorama.com, as we're going to be putting up an article and a press release once we do have the official launch date available. So that covers pretty much everything that I wanted to share with you today in regard to using AI, the tools that you can use to kind of break into it. But I do want to recap a few key things. Remember, AI is not intended to replace you, but instead assist you in reclaiming some of your most valuable commodity, and that's time. To effectively do this, like a professional athlete, it's all about training. To help you even further, be sure to focus on AI tools that integrate with your current systems. So if your CRM has an AI tool that integrates with it, that also integrates with your email, that also integrates with any other tools that you're using, those are the best ones to use. That way you only have to go to one place to train. Also, you want to be sure to watch out for any changes. So any press releases from the AI tools, like if they're including a new integration, maybe there's a new integration to make postings to Facebook or something of that nature, or they offer more services that you're currently using. Well, at that point in time, you can adapt them into your daily routine. So, again, just keep your eyes open, keep watching for any news that's going on with the AI, especially within the tools that you're already using. So before I open the floor to any questions or discussion, again, I do want to thank you for taking time out of your schedules today to join me for today's webinar. Please follow blog.propertypanorama.com. You can view our training materials on our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/propertypanorama. And then we have our hours of support. Our support team is always happy to assist you. You can reach us Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 Eastern, and that's at 440-290-2200. Option number one is going to get you to our InstaView staff. Option number two is going to get you to our advertising experts over with our Intensify product. You can also email us at support@propertypanorama.com or use the live chat option that's in the lower right-hand corner of each and every page of our website. So again, thank you for joining today. And at this point in time, I would like to open the floor to those questions. All right. So at this point in time, again, if you wanted to use that question and answer button, I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. The key thing that I want you to take away from today is knowing that regardless of what the AI tool is that you're using, it can learn from you. There, there are so many different options out there, not just Chat GPT. Make sure that you are, whatever tool you're using, you give it as much information that it can about you, about how you write, about how you speak. That way, it can give you those, output in 20, 30 seconds of something that uh, typically takes you maybe another 5 or 10 minutes. I do see a hand raised. Please, if you want to use the Q&A, I actually don't have any way to turn on your microphone at this point. So if you could use that Q&A, I'll be happy to answer that for you. So currently, I actually use multiple tools in the AI realm. Um, First and foremost, my Photoshop already has AI built into it. I've been learning those tools to assist me in making graphics like the ones that you see in today's presentation. Additionally, I do use a lot of Chat GPT, and that's just because I started at the ground level with it uh, back in the second generation of it, if you will. So it already has a lot of my data, how I speak, how I write emails. It's all built in there into my subscription already. So if I tell it that I want it to write a promotional email regarding a new webinar that's coming up, it can have, you know, a wireframe done in my voice in 20, 30 seconds. And then all I would have to do is plug in the link and uh, plug in the date. So it's all dependent upon what's available to you. ChatGPT is available to everybody, but if your CRM already has something built in or your brokerage is using something, I highly recommend looking at that route because the more things that can talk to each other, the better off it is. Because it's going to learn more from you if it's attached to your CRM, which is getting your emails, which is getting phone transcripts if yours works that way. I know it's the way that ours does. So it just becomes very beneficial and it takes a lot less time for you to train it because it already has the access to those documents, to those emails. But I am not seeing any other questions at this point. If you do have them, please feel free to enter them in the Q&A. I will be happy to answer them for you. And again, one of the biggest things is you want to make sure that it learns about MLS compliance. That is huge. Um, Recently out in California, they had some changes to their laws regarding altered images. So, one of the ways that we combat that is make sure that anything that's been altered in our system is also going to link back to the original image. That way, it's completely compliant with California law, showing both the altered image and the original image. So, we're all about making sure that you're maintaining compliance when you're using our tools. So, you want to make sure that your AI is doing the same thing for you. Uh, Again, uploading the rules and regulations for the MLS directly into your either ChatGPT prompt or whatever service you're using, that will really help you. My thoughts on the agent mode for ChatGPT. Honestly, I have not had too much time to play with the agent mode itself. Most of what I have done has been more on the tech side, if you will. Um, Not looking at it from a realtor's perspective. I do have several friends that are agents, and I have had them tell me that it is a fantastic tool, but they did have to take some time training it, like I mentioned in the presentation, uh, because it's going to need to know, uh, your jurisdiction, like your market and everything from what I've been told. So once you're done with the training, though, I've been told it's a fantastic tool. And then on top of that, one other thing that I would like you to take away from this, when you are typing in your prompts, this is something that I've learned over the last 2 to 3 months of testing. If I tell you not to think of a pink elephant, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to think of a pink elephant. Well, if you tell the AI prompt not to put a pink elephant in the room, it's going to think of a pink elephant. So don't get overly verbose with your prompts because it could actually make it do the exact opposite of what you want it to do. So that's just my little pro tip that I've experienced on my end in playing with it for the last 3 months while we've been developing the photo software. So. But I don't see any other questions at this point in time. Again, I do want to thank you all for joining today. I will be getting a copy of this out to you. Like I say, first thing tomorrow is my best guess. If I can get it out this evening, I will. But otherwise, again, I want to wish you all a happy new year, happy 2026. And we'll see you back here next time for our next Tech Tuesday.